Namaskar friends, Jai Shri Krishna. Today we are going to see what are the certifications that a Scrum Master can do. If you are a basic Agile Scrum Master, then what kind of certifications you should do, and if you are a safe Scrum Master, then which kind of certifications you can do. I'll tell you only those certifications that are really applicable to you, and of course you can also choose, so I'll tell you which one to choose for yourself. Okay, so let's get going. So certifications are basically given by two different certifying agencies or certification authorities. In Basic Agile, the certification authority is Scrum Alliance. The official website is given over there. So there's no separator between Scrum and Alliance. So you might get confused. So I've just color coded it. Likewise, the certifying agency in the case of Safe Scrum Master, or SAFE in short, is Scaled Agile Incorporation, that is SAI. INC is incorporation, and their official website is scaledagileFramework.com. Okay, so I'll just run you through both these websites and I'll show you what these certifications are and how you can apply for them. So this is the Basic Agile website, which is scrumalliance.org. If you go to this certification section, you will see three different tracks. Now, in Basic Agile, there are three different roles, you can say, and that is why these three different tracks are given there. The first track is Scrum Master, another track is Product Owner, and another track is Developer. Developer means either you are a developer or a QA resource. Okay, so both are called as development team, or some people call it as delivery team. If you're a Scrum Master, you can start with Certified Scrum Master certificate. Then if you qualify that, then maybe you can go ahead for Advanced Certified Scrum Master. If you qualify that also, then you can go for Certified Scrum Professional Scrum Master. Likewise, these are the three certifications, 1, 2 and 3 for Product Owner. If you're a BA, I would recommend don't do this one, do this one. Do the Product Owner certification, because after BA you will become what? You will become subject matter expert. After subject matter expert, you will become a product owner. After product owner also, you will become a senior product owner, then maybe a business owner, and so on and so forth. There's a huge hierarchy for you, and it's a huge thing. You should, you are in the best spot in the career, I would say. BAs are very highly paid, and you are an irreplaceable resource. Scrum Masters come and go, developers, QAs, they come and go, but BAs, they are usually kept stable, because if the customer understands or if you are able to understand the customer, and customer realizes that, then customer will never change you. Okay, so you have a very much stable career, I would say. You have a lot of stability in your life. So of course, go for these certifications, it will be great for you. But these certifications are only for those people who wish to be into Basic Agile. Now, as I told you, Basic Agile is anyways getting, casted away, and the new way is SAFE, that is Scaled Agile. So I would rather recommend that instead of taking these certifications, you should go for Scaled Agile framework certifications. I'll also tell you the cost difference. So if you see Scrum Master certification over here, it costs around, let me just go to that. So these are all those certifications. If I register, then it will show me a couple of places where that certification course is going on, and I can apply to them. See, there is a live online classroom taken by Fadi Stephen. There is a live online classroom taken by Lizzie Morris. There is another live online classroom taken by Daniel. And likewise, you can go, there's a huge list. So these classrooms are going on. See, all these certifications are online, but I don't know. I think there must be a couple of them which are offline as well, but I don't know. Probably it is due to COVID that I'm seeing only online batches. I don't know. Okay, so whichever batch you like, let us say you have heard about Lizzie Morris, then you select her workshop, so you can just go to enroll now. Of course, you can see view more details and all, but you get the idea, right? So it's only going to be for 3 days, and it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, I don't like that. I want a weekend batch. So go for another person. Someone must be taking it on the weekend. Okay, this one Thursday, Friday. Yeah, this one is a weekend guy. Okay, who's taking it? Raj Kasturi is taking it. Okay, so let us say that I wish to get certified from I wish to be coached from Raj Kasturi, and then I'll take the certification exam. I'll just enroll to his class. So I'll just click on this enroll now button, and I'll tell you the cost. Cost is around 445 USD. So I'll just convert it. 445 USD to INR is 33,000 rupees, almost 33,000 rupees you'll have to spend on this particular certification. Okay, so this was all about basic agile certifications. Okay, now let us jump to scaled agile framework certifications taken by Scaled Agile Incorporation. So I'll once again go to their official website, which is scaledagileparamework.com. Here, if you go to Safe Trainings, okay, you will get all these trainings. Now you can just find your course from here. That is a better way. It will ask you a couple of questions, and depending upon the answers that you give, it will suggest you which certification is the best for you. But if you don't want to be guided by AI, then rather you just go down, and here you will see all the safe courses, and you can choose any one of these. From here till here, these two columns, these are all the certifications. You can choose one of them. Now, if you don't understand what all these are, you can go to any of these certifications, and you will get a detailed explanation what that certification does for you. And if you're still confused, then of course they have an AI system given over here. You can just you can ask it to find the right course for you. So you just click that button and answer just 4 questions. What is your role? Like for example, right now I'm an engagement manager. Okay, I'll just say I'm a Scrum Master. Okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to advance in the career or become a safe trainer, or you want to better understand your role as in the safe organization, etc. So I think I want to advance in my career. Then as a Scrum Master. Then what is it? It is an enterprise. It's a private company that I work for. And what best describes your experience in safe? So I will say my organization has already decided to adopt safe. Okay, here a second option is okay, or we haven't adopted safe as yet. I'll study and then we'll decide whether we want to go safe or not. So I'll say yes, we have already decided, and then see which course is right for you. So immediately below these courses come for you. So these are the 2 courses that are the most suitable for you. Now, implementing safe or advanced Scrum Master. So since I'm already a Scrum Master, it is giving me advanced Scrum Master. Otherwise it would have given me safe Scrum Master. Had I been a developer or a QA, then it would have probably suggested me safe Scrum Master. So I'll just open this training, because in the last basic agile case we selected basic training of Scrum Master, right? So I'll once again compare it to the basic training of safe, and I'll tell you what is the price difference. Okay, so what is included? 10 days can learn this and that, view the training calendar. So this time let us see how long is the training going to be. Okay, once again it is loading the events calendar, just like we saw in the basic agile. Here also we'll be seeing an events calendar, who is conducting the trainings at what time, and we can choose between them. So on 12th of April there is some training, so 12th and 13th. So here also it is a 2 days training at all the places. Now this is what time zone, United States. Okay, so this is not, you can also go for a remote option. Okay, location is this. No, I don't want that. I want something which is virtual. I don't know, virtual is not there. I can use a filter over here. I can say all the delivery method. I want remote. I don't want in person. I want remote. So as per remote, okay, I'm seeing this remote. I don't know what is remote. Okay, attendees. Okay, I think this this is an online one, I think, because that's the reason why they are calling it remote. But you please cross check that once. And let us say I choose this one, so let's see how much is the cost. Yeah, the cost is, okay, it will be conducted, okay, this particular thing, okay, wait a minute. So Scrum Master 5.1, Safe Scrum Master 5.1, this is a certification that I have taken, by the way, and precisely I have taken 5.1 only. So this is being conducted for these 2 days, okay, that is fine, and it will be taken by this particular instructor, Tracy Rideout, and let us see, Tracy Rideout. Okay, this trainer is going to conduct it. Okay, it's not just about Tracy Rideout, but other people are also there, and I can choose between them. Can I not? Okay, I cannot choose over here. I'll only see the details over here. But if I don't like this trainer, maybe I can go for some other trainer like Meenal Tayal, or I can go for Harry Narang. I can go for any of these trainers, and let us say I like Harry. So he is going to conduct it at this particular time, and the cost is so and so. Cost is almost the same for all of them. Now let me check how much is this in the INR. Okay, this is a little costlier. This is like I'll say maybe 7,000 rupees costlier. It is 40,500 rupees, 40.1 thousand, that is a costing. So it is a little costlier training, but it is also of the 2 days, and here you can choose whether you want it on the weekend or not. So this is a way in which you can choose your trainings in Basic Agile and Scaled Agile. Now coming back to the PPT. The certification that normally people undergo for becoming a Scrum Master is Certified Scrum Master, and here it is Safe Scrum Master. Actually, Safe Scrum Master 5.1, the one that I just showed you, this one. Safe Scrum Master 5.1. This is the standard certification that normally people do when they want to become a Safe Scrum Master. Okay, now let us talk about this particular certification, because there are 2 reasons. One is I did this certification, so I'll be able to explain this one better. And second is, this is the basic certification that you must do before you enter into Scrum Master business in a safe organization. So if your company has safe Scrum Master position, then if you are appearing for an interview, they will like if you do this particular certification. Okay. Now, what is the exam format? Exam format is like multiple choice questions. 45 multiple choice questions are asked. 1.5 hours are given. So if you do the math, it is almost 2 minutes per question. So 2 minutes per question is a sufficiently large amount of time. You can definitely understand the question very well. Even if there's a googly question, means a confusing question, even if you are getting confused between the options, you get sufficient amount of time. 2 minutes is a sufficient amount of time for one question. Besides, certain questions are very small and certain questions are big. So those which are very small, maybe you can solve within 10 seconds. And those who are big, maybe you can save time for those bigger questions. There is no negative marking, so always give the answers to all the questions. That is very important. And next, see, although there is no negative marking, there are 3 types of questions that you will be asked. One type of question will be choose one correct option. Then another type of question will be choose 2 correct options. And then another type of question could be choose 3 correct options. So when there is choosing 3 correct options or 2 correct options, it is a bit confusing. Believe me, these are difficult questions, but do not leave them blank. There is no negative marking. Definitely go ahead and answer them. But yeah, see, these are difficult questions because out of 3 options, 3 correct options, if you could select 2 correct options and then the third option that you selected is not the correct option, then you lose the entire marking for that particular question. You lose all the marks for that question. And that is why these questions are a bit difficult, because it is essentially like asking you 3 questions and all the 3 questions should be correct. Okay, So they'll be asking you choose any three responsibilities of a Scrum Master, and then they will give you let us say 8 options. Out of those 8 options, you'll be selecting 3 options. So many times it is confusing. Sometimes you feel like both the options are very much similar, which one to choose, and you get confused a lot. Sometimes you feel like all the 4 there are 4 correct options, so which one to choose, and sometimes you feel only 2 are correct and rest all are wrong, so which one to choose out of the wrong ones. So it becomes difficult. That's why these are difficult questions. I'll recommend leave them for the end, and attempt all the other questions first, because those are cash questions. Those are good questions. Choose one option, choose one correct option are cash questions. You can get absolute marks for that. But choose 2 options, choose 3 options, there's a more possibility that you'll make mistakes over here. So do that absolutely at the end. Now I'll also tell you what is the marking system, what is the weightage, what kind of questions are asked. So questions on basic syllabus are asked for 13%, means basics of SAFE has 13% weightage. Almost 13% questions will be asked on basics of SAFE. Then 38% questions will be on the roles of a SAFE Scrum Master. Okay, so wherever in the material if you read what are the roles of a Scrum Master, then please pay attention towards it. Then PI planning 18%. PI execute, what is PI? Program increment. So program increment planning is called as, program increment is like a group of a lot of iterations. Now what are iterations? Iterations means sprints. Sprints are called as iterations over here. So a group of couple of sprints is called as program increment, also called as PI. So PI planning, they'll be asking you 18% on PI planning. Then PI execution, how do you execute that PI? 22% questions can be asked. And then finally inspect and adapt. So it is just a 2 hours meeting, guys, inspect and adapt, and they're going to ask you 10% questions only on inspect and adapt. So my reading goes like this, that this thing you should focus the maximum upon this, because only 2 hours a meeting is there. Study it properly. If you study it properly, you get 10% marks. Okay, 10% of your of the questions are only on this topic. Next thing I would say, PI execution or PI planning, both these things you just focus upon PI, because program increment is basically program increment planning is an activity that takes place over 2 days. So here 2 hours, here 2 days. So just for 2 days activity, you get 18% questions over it. So I think this is the second most important thing that you should focus upon. Third most important thing that you should focus upon is PI execution. Why? Because PI execution, there's not much to be learnt in PI execution, to be honest. There'll be a couple of meetings like what is Scrum Masters sync meeting, or what is product owner sync meeting, or any kind of a synchronization meeting. So what are those meetings? Then what are the various other meetings that you do, like DSU, you call it as daily stand up. You don't say meeting, you say daily stand up. So how is that conducted? Then how are the iteration level reviews are taken place? Iteration review means sprint demo. Okay, here we call it as iteration review. Then there is iteration, then there is system demo also. So how is that conducted? So that kind of activities, or how do you do retrospection for every iteration retrospective meeting? How do you conduct that? So these basic questions. So I think most of these questions are pretty easy. So focus on this one first, and then lastly, you focus on Scrum Master's roles and the basics. Out of that, focus on the Scrum Master's role the most, because this will be very important for you, because anyways you have to become a Scrum Master. So anyways you have to learn what are your roles and responsibilities. So there is no escape from this topic. You anyways have to learn this, and so focus on this. And lastly, you can focus on basics, because basics are, there are too many basics. There's a lot that you will have to read in basics. I'll just give an idea. See, in basics, first of all, you'll have to understand this diagram. Most of the questions on basics will come upon this diagram. So if you go to the home page of this scaledagileFramework.com, you will see that this overview, this essential safe, large solution safe, portfolio safe, and full safe. Full safe means it has all the layers, that is essential layer, large solution layer, and portfolio layer. So in full safe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this 7. These are the 7 competencies. In every competency, if you click on it, you will come to know that every competency has 3 dimensions inside it. Like this one has these 3 dimensions inside it. So for every competency you will have 3 dimensions. So these 7 competencies multiplied by 3 dimensions, so total 21 dimensions. First of all, you will have to learn or understand these 21 dimensions. They won't ask you to do it by heart and tell me name all the 21 dimensions. No one does that, but they can ask you a question on any of these dimensions. And so that is why I said, you know, the amount of effort that you put in for learning the basics is a lot, and you will get only 13% questions on it. So I'll say keep basics till the end, do not focus too much on it. And yeah, this is one thing about this diagram. On the same diagram, you'll also learn what is essential safe, what is large solution safe, what is portfolio safe. So in essential safe, this much is the bare minimum. If you follow this much, then you can say that, yeah, you are following safe. This is a bare minimum, essential safe. Then if you also have some large solutions, then you will have essential safe plus large solution. That is called as large solution safe. In portfolio safe, outer than the essential, above the essential, you have portfolio layer. So if you have essential safe layer, if essential layer and a portfolio layer, then it is called as portfolio safe. And if you have all the layers, whichever layers are defined, like essential, large solution layer, and portfolio layer, then it is called as full safe. Okay, so this is the second thing that you should know about. Third thing that you should know about is what are the various roles. So all the roles and responsibilities are given right over here. Fourth thing that you should know about is you know, what are the four core values in safe. What are the 12 safe, what are the 10 safe principles? Let me just verify here. See, actually core values in basic agile also you had 4 core values. Here also you have 4 core values, but they are different. Then principles. So in basic agile you had 12 principles. Here let me just confirm, I think we have only 10 principles. Here you have only 10 principles. Okay, so you don't have to learn them, but a question can be asked on any one of these, or a situation can be given upon any of these principles, and then you'll have to tell what you will do as a Scrum Master in that particular situation. Okay, so this is the third type of questions that can come, you know, upon values and principles. Then lean agile mindset. Okay, this lean agile mindset implementation roadmap, you just go through it. It's good to read. I haven't seen any questions on it, but still it's good to know. It's a good thing to know. Then finally, these are a couple of things that are given. So what is vision, what is roadmap, milestones, shared services, etc. So you just go through all of them. There can be one question at max, I think. It's not very important, but I'm just letting you know. And finally, the crux of it is particularly this thing. Everything that you see in this particular block, everything, every little thing is a question. There can be a question on each and every little thing that you see in that particular diagram. Okay, every little smaller diagram that is given in this is actually a question. Okay, so go through all of them. So that is your basic safe. So I'll recommend, there's a lot that you'll have to learn for say a basic safe, and you'll get only 13% questions. So leave it till the last. You focus all your attention on inspect and adapt, because it is only a 2 hours meeting and you get 10% questions. Then PI planning, it's a 2 days meeting and you're getting 18% questions. Then you go for PI execution and Scrum Master roles, and at the end you come to the basics. Now, how will you learn for these trainings? I'll give you a basic idea. You just go to the official website of SAFE, that is scaledagileFramework.com. Here you can click on any of these things in the diagram. See, if I click on solution backlog, it will open a page which talks about program and solution backlog. So this diagram itself is safe. Click on every little thing and try to know more about it. That is the best way to learn. Another good way of learning is there's an index, glossary. So you can go to that glossary, and here you can search for anything, like let's say, okay, what is an art, what is an agile release train. So you can search like this. You can search like okay, what is a RTE, who is an RTE. So you go over here, you'll get release train engineer, read about it. If you want to know, see here it has given in short just the definition, but if you want more, then you just click on this. There's a dedicated page for each and every topic. So this website is really made very nicely. Just go through this. Either you go by this diagram or you go by the glossary. Either ways, it's a great, fantastic website. Read as much as you can. Normally it took me like 1.5 months to prepare for this, but you know, if you don't get much of a time, then maybe take 3 months. But yeah, you will have to study. You cannot pass this exam without study. It's not like just in 2 days you will get to know everything and you'll be able to pass this exam. No, you will require at least 1.5 months dedicated time to qualify this exam. I did this while I had just joined the company, and the project was yet to be assigned. Means project was assigned, but they had yet to onboard me. So at that time I did this. So I had sufficient amount of time. 1.5 months were only dedicated attention was given only to this, and that's why I could qualify. I missed only 3 questions. I guess I got 42 out of 45 questions correct. So if you want this kind of a score, it is possible, but then you will have to study that hard, give a dedicated 1.5 month time to this, and you will be able to qualify this exam. Okay, so until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Krishna.